putts about it. On the ball with Casey and Keane.
Thanks to Sheridan on the Cork Road.
WLRfm.
Well, it's great to be joined in the studio now by Craig Breen, of course. It's about 10, 12 months, I suppose, Craig, since you were in here, of course, before you headed off on an incredible journey in the rally. And my God, what a 10, 12 months it's been for you.
Yeah, obviously, I think I just got my Pirelli Star Driver Scholarship. I think that's the last time I was in. And as you said, I was ready to set off on a journey in the WRC Academy this season. So that started back in April, I think March or April in Portugal. It's a whole new initiative this year. It takes over from where the Junior World Rally Championship was last year. And basically it's 18 identical Fiesta R2 cars maintained by M Sport. So it's created a very level playing field for both myself and the other competitors from all around the world. So started in Portugal and we led for the first day. And with about 2 or 3 stages ago, I put the car off the road and we got stuck. So that was Portugal done and dusted. Moved to Sardinia and again we led for the majority of the first day until the engine let go. Or we had an impact on the sump guard and that in turn led to some engine difficulties. We did manage to get back out the following day and finish in 8th. Finland was a little bit better. We got our first proper finish. Unfortunately, it was second. We lost the lead of the rally on the last stage by 2.3 seconds. So it was a bitter blow. But finally, in Germany 3 weeks ago, we got our first win. So we're back on track again.
Were you getting a little bit frustrated with all the bad luck in the opening races?
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. It was a little bit frustrating, to go to each round and always be quick and, always be, not being cocky. I was always a person to beat on the initial part of each event. So to not get the final result was a little bit demoralising. And what made it even worse was the same guy won the 3 rallies that I didn't. And it was a lot down to luck, because even in Sardinia, he actually crashed and went off the road for 6 minutes and still managed to win the rally. So it was a little bit frustrating. He was getting all the luck that I needed, but without the speed. But to be fair, he drove well in Finland. He beat me fair and square. But we're back on track with the championship now, and things are looking a lot better.
As you said, it all came right in Germany. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it was a completely surreal feeling. No one from the Republic of Ireland has ever won a round of the support championship, so it was quite a big thing, for me personally, and for Motorsport Ireland and the Sports Council and everyone to try and get a young Irish driver into a support series just to even be in the championship is a big thing, and to be winning now is a great feeling.
And then it was on to Finland, wasn't it, Craig? Yeah,
that's it. Well, Finland was before Germany.
Right, yeah,
so that was finished second. But after Germany, we obviously last year I campaigned the Super 2000 car, which is a completely different breed of car. It's 4-wheel drive, but around 300 brake horsepower and. We went and done a round in the Czech Republic, belonging to the WRC Championship, which is a championship purely for these Super 2000 cars, and we done incredibly well. We finished 7th overall, but to put it into context, okay, the WRC Academy is all identical machinery and it's all youngsters, whereas the WRC, the 6 drivers that finished ahead of me were paid professional drivers, and possibly 2 or 3 more guys behind me were paid professional drivers. So it's not really the known thing to go to an IRC rally and to be mixing it in between the works drivers. Usually the Paddy Privateer comes in behind all the rest of them, so that was a huge achievement for me. We were battling with the likes of Tony Gardemeister and Roman Cresta, who are previous works drivers for Ford World Rally Team, so it's really all starting to move in the right direction.
Certainly is indeed. You're having a little bit of a break now, 3 or 4 weeks, but then it's off again. Yeah,
I've got I think 3 weeks left at home now. Just doing a lot of training. Obviously preparing for the next round of the academy that's in Strasbourg, France. It's quite a difficult event. I've not done it before, but doing my research for it, it looks like the weather can play havoc there. It gets very, very muddy in between the first and second pass, so it can be quite a tricky and dangerous event. So I'm looking forward to it. It's back on tarmac again, where we really went well in Germany, and obviously Egon, the guy from Estonia that's leading the championship, didn't go so well on tarmac. He's not done he's not done too many events on tarmac. So I'm hoping, please God, that he'll struggle there, and we'll get another win.
When you say training now to the person who wouldn't be too au fait, a footballer or a hurler can maybe know what training is. What would your training entail now, Craig?
I suppose people get confused. It's not, when I say training, it's not practice. It's not driving a rally car. It's physical training. It's running in the gym, swimming, cycling, etc. So on and so forth. It's and people may say, for God's sake, you sit
behind the wheel,
you sit in the car and you turn the wheel. But what people don't understand is, for example, Czech Republic was 45, 46 degrees. That's outside temperature, ambient temperature. In the car, it's well into mid-50s. And I think we done up the calculations that we drank something like 130 1.5 litre bottles of water in the space of 4 days. It's and people, they still say, well, all you're doing is firing a wheel from left to right. Yeah, we're doing that, but we're doing it for 3 days solid, and we're doing a shakedown, and we're doing 3 days of recce and testing. And so from the minute I land there on the Monday morning, I'm doing stuff all day long, and it's just so mentally tiring, more than physical. Yeah, okay, you have to be quite strong. They are a bit of an animal to try and drive, but it's more about your mental fitness. If you slip up one bit, you're going to start losing the second straight away. So that's the main thing. You need to be quite good with your cardiovascular fitness and be very mentally
that's
fit.
a side of it that the ordinary Joe Blogs wouldn't know anything about, Craig, isn't it?
I suppose so. It's only when you really start to look in depth into, obviously all the spectators or people at home see on the TV is bang, Friday evening when the rally starts. You don't see the preparation that has to go into it for, at the actual event for the week leading up to it, but before the event, like I'm working towards France already, and it's a month. The event is a month away, and again after France, Rally Spain, we're already working towards Rally Spain, and gathering the information and the statistics and everything. So,
and how many more events would be left now in the course of the current season, Craig?
I've got obviously France and Wales Rally GB left in the academy, and then we've put in another event in the Super 2000 car, which is Rally Spain, which is based in Salou. In Catalonia, so that's 3 proper world events, and we're trying to maybe put in one more if we can along the way. It's purely budget dependent, but we need to try and concentrate on winning the academy.
Of course, that word would have to come up, budget, and the times we're living in. How are you surviving at all at the moment?
I've got a couple of great sponsors behind me. Obviously, Celtic, the family business, are very much behind me. Sure Farm Machinery have been a long time support, and I've got a lot of local people in my supporters club that are pushing me forward. So I think without them, it would be very, very bleak to try and come up with the funding required. But it's great to have so many people have faith in me, and it gives me more encouragement to think that I know I can do this. Yeah,
and those people must have been overjoyed when they saw what you've done over the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, it was very nice to repay them. It's difficult for someone to sponsor someone if they're not performing, but to see the results coming out in the end, I would like to think it makes it all worthwhile. So I'm going to try and continue that trend if I can.
Mm-hmm. Are you looking at a longer term then in the year next year, the year after, or what? Are you just going to concentrate on this year?
Unfortunately, we have to try and concentrate on 2012 now. It's probably not the thing that you want to be doing when you're concentrating on winning a championship as well, but. Obviously, if we win the academy, it's €500,000 prize money. So we're second in the championship now. We're not a million miles away from the lead. Going into 2 events that I'm confident in. So if we can secure that €500,000, it'll. The frightening thing is it won't secure a full budget for next year, nowhere near a full budget. So it'll go a long way, and we just need to try and round up the sponsors, plug if we can, to go and do a full campaign in probably the Super 2000 World Championship next year.
Yeah, if you were to win it at the academy, of course, I'm sure the offers would come in. Craig, people would be only too keen to get on board, I would imagine.
It's not as easy as that, I don't think, especially in the current economic climate, unfortunately. Current economic climate seems to be a phrase that everyone is just using to push yourself back out the door. Anytime you go to look at a sponsor, it's current economic climate is everything you get back again. So it's extremely difficult, especially in a minority sport like rallying. People in Ireland especially, and it's no disrespect to the Irish people, it's not a big sport in Ireland, whereas you go to Finland and it's rallying first, ice hockey second, football third.
It's their national sport, isn't it?
It's the national sport in Finland, and it's very easy. Again, France, Italy, Spain, it's quite big in all European countries. Again, even outside Europe, Australia, America, it's getting all quite big now. You have Ken Block and all these people that are promoting rallying over there, and unfortunately, it's still remaining quite a minority sport.
I suppose in many ways then you're kind of flying the flag now for Ireland, really, because people like John Kenny say on the national media, RT and the Daily Star, and I mean, he's writing about you kind of non-stop. That can only be good.
Yeah, I suppose.
Not only for you, but for the sport also.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I'd like to think that we're flying the tricolour high and doing well for. Yeah, as I said, for Motorsport Ireland and the Sports Council, who have put big funding behind me for the last 2 years. So, yeah, it's good to repay them. It's an extremely proud moment seeing your name and the flag up there among the other nations, and yeah, it's a very very proud. Yeah,
because they're going to have a pig of a 3 weeks. It was a sport with tennis players pulling out injured, and the athletics didn't really cover themselves in glory. And that, yeah, here we had a tricolour, and doing the business is brilliant. And thankfully, you're one of ours, as they say, Craig.
That's it. No, it's great. Unfortunately, I have no clue about any other sport because it just takes up so much time. But no, it's really really good feeling.
So looking forward to the remainder of the season. Wouldn't it be fantastic if we can clinch the crown, as it were, Craig?
Yeah. It's the first time this championship was run, and again, it will be the first time for anyone from the Republic of Ireland to win a support championship. Obviously, well, we've had Niall McShade won it, but he's from Northern Ireland, so it would be a completely surreal feeling if we could do it. I have the utmost confidence in myself and Gareth and the team behind me. I think the package is there. As I said before, every rally we've gone to, we've led, and we've been the pace setters. Finland, we were not as far ahead as I wished, but every other rally we've been the people to beat. So
and you're always at pains to say we, because it really is a team effort. Okay, you're the front guy, but there's a massive team beside you, I suppose, in many ways.
Yeah. They say a massive. He's quite a small guy. He's 5 foot. He's 5 foot nothing. I always say to me, "You're better off as a jockey." But no, Garrett Roberts. He comes to all the events with me from Wales, and he's 50-50 package because he puts in a monumental effort to try and get everything pulled together. And then you have people behind the scenes like my dad, Ray, and Tom Gahan Motorsport that prepares the Super 1000 car. And again, there's people in the supporters club. I'm not going to name individual people.
I know,
they know who they are, but they may not think it's a big thing, but to know that every time I look around, there's someone there behind me waiting to give me a tap on the shoulder and say, "Listen, boy, you're going all right." It's a fantastic feeling. It's
a fantastic story, brilliant stuff. It is, as you said, the doom and gloom and the depression is around the place. But when someone like you do it from our own neighbourhood, it's fantastic, Craig, and long may it continue.
Thank you very much.